Hiya, hiya, this is Chef Cha-Cha Dave. Tonight I'm going to be making stir-fry vegetarian. Right here, all of these vegetables, whatever you have in the refrigerator. I had some carrots, these were cooked. Beans, these are canned beans. I had cooked up some basmati rice. I've just warmed it now in the microwave. That's really all you have to do. And then you don't have to put in yellow squash if you don't have it. You could put a zucchini in. There's a lot of things you could do. So first I'm going to chop all the vegetables. We're going to start with the garlic. Okay, just peel your garlic like that. It's going to go there. Now this doesn't have to be minced. It should be fairly large chunks. It has a nice taste when you're eating different vegetables in there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take the pepper. And the peppers can be cut in fairly large pieces. We're going to fry them very hot. We have the red pepper. I seeded these, of course, washed them. Okay, now the broccoli, I'm going to use these little stems. This is actually where all the nutrition is in the broccoli. There's twice the nutrition in the stems than there is in the floret. Now we have the onion. This is a Vidalia onion, and on this I'm going to chop these onions in half circles. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is do the yellow squash. And these, you know, it's fine. This is a good size. They're going to cook right up. There's a lot of water in this, and it gives a tremendous amount of nutrition. Okay. And then the mushrooms. Alright, mushrooms, big pieces. They're going to shrink down. These are baby Bella mushrooms. I tend to be using these more and more. The domestic mushrooms are fine too. I just like these. Okay, and then we have celery, and this is like the heart part of the celery, and just do it on a diagonal, and I'm putting on the little trees on the top. Okay, and then I have 2 chilies which I seeded. Alright, and they should be cut fairly small pieces. And now I'm going to chop them the other way. I can feel these in my eyes, the heat, and that's about all you need for all these vegetables. And then we have a tomato. I already took the top out of the tomato. This is Barry White. He always talks like this. Hey, baby. This time, baby. Separates, baby. He's passed away now, and I really like Barry White, but rumor has it that more women got pregnant because of his music on the radio, because he always talked like that. Made them very submissive. But whenever we had. That's really profound if you think of it. Okay. Alright, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange this now, and I'm going to turn my wok up on. It has to be preheated, and it should be sizzling hot, and we'll be back. Okay, now I'm back, and he's still singing, we had. At any rate, he really should be singing, I had, but that's not what he's doing. Here's some olive oil in here. Okay, you don't want a lot, and this should be really hot to fry. Okay, now I'm going to put in the mushrooms and the zucchini next, and they can go in exactly, it's not zucchini, it's yellow squash. It's really pretty much the same thing. The camera's not on me because it's on the wok. You can see what's going on over here, but you'll never see it. You won't know. But I didn't drop anything on the floor, I promise. Okay, now I'm going to stir that around a little bit, and I'm going to put the heat up a little bit. Before it was a little high. And this is a cast iron wok, and it has a very even heat. Okay, next I'm going to put in the broccoli. Now I want to put in the celery. I'm going to put in the red peppers and the green peppers. I put the garlic in almost last because I don't want it to burn. It burns very easily in cast iron. And I have the tomatoes and the chilies I put toward the end also, because the longer I cook them in there, the hotter they get. And this is not a hot dish at all. Now I'm putting the tomatoes in. I'm going to put the chilies in on top of that, and then I'm putting in the garlic. Stir that down. Okay, now these are all softening nicely. And the next thing I'm going to do is put in the carrots. So these carrots were cooked. I'm not going to use all of them. And this is beans, and I'm going to put in almost a whole can. Okay, now a little parsley. Alright, putting some basil. I'm putting my seasonings in at the end so they won't get bitter, because there's not a lot of fluid in this. A little salt. A little pepper. And then I'm going to put in honey powder. Honey powder is, it's funny, that stuff. If you put it in your mouth right now, it doesn't taste like anything. As soon as your saliva starts to break it down with the moisture, it tastes very much like honey. And this really needs this honey in here. I'm going to put in, it's about 3 tablespoons, I would think. Alright, so I'm going to stir that in. I didn't want to have too many beans in here, and this is going to go on top of the rice, and it can be mixed together in the plate with the rice. This looks beautiful. Right, now what I'm going to do is just cover this for like 1.5 to 2 minutes, no more, because I don't want them to get too mushy, but we need a little steam in there. Okay, I'm going to cover that. Alrighty, now this is steamed, and it's done. It looks beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to give it a little stir to get a little of the juice that's at the bottom and up. And everything is not too soggy, which is a good thing. They should still have some crunch to it. Alright, I'm going to put this in a big bowl. This could be a vegetarian meal, and it also could be an appetizer. If you're going to do the appetizer, I would leave, not an appetizer, like a side dish. If you're having other things with it, then maybe you don't need the rice. But and then when you put this on, you stir it all around into the rice. Okay, so let me serve this up, which looks beautiful. This is Shy Coltrane singing. She's the blonde, plays the piano, long hair. She was young once, when I was young. I think she's my age. I saw her on the internet a couple months ago. No one told me I got to be this old. Alright, now, here's some ciabatta bread, which I made today, and this is terrific crunchy crust and soft inside. No sugar in this. This is just made with flour, salt, some yeast, and there's whole wheat flour and white flour in here. Alright, so we have some nice little scallions here. With some parsley on that, and then we're going to put a little Parmigiano Reggiano on top. This is delicious cheese. I bought this cheese last week. It's so moist and incredibly tasty. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to put a tiny bit more pepper on top. Right, now I'm going to give this a taste. Let's see, where should I go? I think I'm going to try a zucchini, a carrot, and a broccoli, and a renegade onion. Also, it's like pasta. Very, very good. I think it needs a little more salt, but it's delicious. It's light, it's healthful. You stick your spoon under there, you take a little bit of the rice that's under there mixed with it, and this basmati rice is incredibly fluffy. all separate. It's beautiful. So, you can do this with anything you have in the refrigerator. It doesn't even have to be a wok. It could be in a frying pan. And you just see what you have. And actually, it doesn't take very long. If you chop your vegetables up, or you have vegetables that are already chopped in the fridge, you just throw them in. And a can of beans or whatever, and it looks very impressive, and it also is delicious. So give this a try. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.